time on ALEXTURE. I met with my mother to discuss Wellness Wednesdays to understand what she's trying to achieve with her new endeavor. Then I got stood up by a no-call, no-show podcaster. And my friend Terrence saved the day. Well, thank you.
Alexis is right. Alexis is big question.
Well, thank you, because I'm like... As I'm working on this document to prepare to present to a potential customer, my baby sister, Sydney, calls me. Out of the children from my mother, it's only my sister and I, and we are 13 years apart. And what's crazy is while when she was very young in like new toddler ages, you know, we were very close, but I ended up moving back to Indianapolis in high school. She stayed back in Detroit with my mom, and unfortunately, we started to grow apart. However, as adults, we're starting to have a lot more conversations about things, and I'm very proud of my sister. She's very wise and very mature, and sometimes the response and the way that she thinks, I'm like, hey, or I really like the way that she responded or handled this. My response would have been a lot different. So I'm learning a lot from my sister, even though she's only 24 years old. I'm still learning a lot from her, and I'm very proud of her. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
You look pretty.
Oh, I do. Thank you. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, same here. Secure the bag.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a little high school.
GI.
Yeah.
Still representing the G. How's it going?
It's cool. Just chilling, trying to get my life together, playing out some content and stuff, and just got home from the gym, so I've been doing that.
Yeah. So how's everything going?
It's cool. Well, if I'm being honest, so, you know, that's just something I say when I want to deflect, I guess. But it's all right. I've been like in not a writer's block. I'm not writing, but like a creative block, I guess.
Yeah. What are you stuck with?
Well, a couple years ago, I did the radio show, my radio show for my sports show, College Playground. So I kind of let it fall to the wayside when I went to Texarkana. But my goal has always been to get it back up and going. But, you know, we're in a digital world, so I've been working on converting that over. So I shot the interview a little while ago, just never done anything with it. My little interview I'm going to use for the pilot. But, you know, just finding the motivation to really get it back up and going and figuring out, you know, how I want to do it. If I want to do podcasts, YouTube, and just getting it started. So, like, I have the interview ready. I haven't done the intro. Like, I have all these ideas just in my head.
Ironically, my sister kind of followed into my footsteps. She went to Purdue, and she ended up graduating with a degree in communications. And what's so funny is that she's a broadcast journalist on the news now, which was one of my goals. I wanted to formalize my career as an entertainment and news journalist. So I find it interesting that my sister also played basketball like I played basketball. You know, she's interested in some of the same things that I'm interested in. So while my path went a different way from hers, it's very interesting to see that she's doing some of the same things that I once did before in my lifetime. Yeah, I can relate to that because I find myself like still wanting to do something. I just don't know how to do it. And it's like a struggle for me because it's like in one aspect, I'm a professional and I represent a firm, and I know that, you know, people are watching me even when I'm not trying to be watched. And I find it difficult to show up as my authentic self in my full capacity of being creative and being artsy and want to do things with entertainment and still show up to work and manage a technical project. I will use my creative talents there to speak to issues that are, you know, challenging and stomping the Black community, but it's like, again, I still have to watch what I'm saying because I know that the audience is not all my peers. So it's like, how do you find the fine line of educating people about basic issues that concerns the African American population at work, talk about our plight, and still make it applicable to where other people will want to read it and understand what's going on without offending them, you know? And so it's like, this is, I mean, it's not crazy, but it is still crazy because it's like, I feel like no matter how far we say we've come, we're still assimilating to whiteness to be accepted and desensitizing ourselves to authentic selves to make other people feel comfortable, you know, with working with us or wanting to be a part of a team with us. And, you know, it's just like, what is this? You know, like, is this really helping drive the conversation forward? Or am I perpetuating it by biting my tongue and not speaking up about simple things that affect us as people of color every day?
Yeah, I can relate to that. And sometimes it's not even the opposing side, you know. Sometimes it can be, you know, your peers.
Yeah.
And, you know, just trying to deviate between, like, you know, who's for you, who's not, you know, and how to, I guess, navigate that and still keep true to yourself and, you know, stay motivated. So yeah. It's like by the time I get home, it's like my energy is gone to, you know, most of my work day, and I still have all these creative things. And granted, I still work in like a creative industry sort of, but, you know, to a certain extent, there's still parameters around it because I don't have ownership of that platform. So that's why I really want to do, you know, my own thing. And I feel like that'll give me some time to, you know, clear my head and like do my own thing. So it'll help me at work too, you know, because I have that balance.
I think that I think you should do it. I think the fact that you're still playing basketball in heels and posting it definitely does. It definitely does speak to the fact that you're not just talking from, you know, the side of your neck, right? We both played sports before. You just had more of a passion for it and you continued playing longer than I did, you know? So I definitely would say you should do it. The good thing is that the internet is open. It's content everywhere. So, you know, even though a lot of it can be noise, you know, just do it and do it from the heart because that's what makes you happy. You know, like now you have a verified page on Instagram. So you can reach out to anybody. You don't have to just be limited to college athletes anymore. You can reach out to people in the NFL and they'll come on your page and like, oh, look at that cute girl playing basketball in them heels.
Right.
Well, one thing I'm going to ask, I'm going to do a shameless plug here, but I'm sure going to ask, can you slide in Drake DMs for me?
That's how cute. Man, the way he been going and moving lately, hey, you might be just going ahead and slide in yourself.
Well, you know, I don't even follow Drake on social media anymore. Listen, I just want to go to dinner.
She's from that age time.
Hey, I just want to go to dinner. That's it.
What you want to tell Joe Byron right now? Take me out to dinner.
I just want to go to dinner, like, cause what if I don't even like? It's no synergy, it's no vibe. So it's like, let's just cover the basics.
So you on your Jay-Z? Would you rather take the dinner or the money?
I go to dinner, yeah. And if somebody asks me about the whole thing about like Jay-Z, like would I take $500,000 or have dinner with Jay-Z? I'll have dinner with Jay-Z any day of the week because I can ask him a basic question and he's going to enrich my mind by blowing it and telling me some whole different philosophy or angle that I never thought to look at it. That can change my whole trajectory of how I view things. So I definitely would go to dinner. It could be a 15-minute dinner. It could be like a, hey, how you doing? I'm Drake. Nice to meet you. Or I'm Aubrey, whatever he want to call himself. And I'll be like, hey, you know, I'm Alexis. Nice to meet you. Thank you for your time. I just wanted to know, or just ask or something. You smell good. I want to see if you really smell good.
Yeah, he looked like he smelled good.
He like his toes will be cold though.
I can see that. Yeah. Like his toe would be cold. Yeah, nothing like a nice, clean cut man.
I know, girl, bring them back. My sister is turning 25 this year, and so the family and I are going to Nassau to celebrate my sister's birthday. Well, let's be honest, the last 2 years was rough on everybody, but my sister has been talking about going abroad for her 25th birthday for quite some time. And while everything is not good with me in terms of business, I need a vacation.
Yeah, I'm ready. I finally ordered some swimsuits and stuff. I gotta get some sandals though, a couple pairs of sandals, and I'll be cool. It's giving Miami vibes out the country. So just beach dress, swimsuits, nice shorts. Nothing heavy. So
yeah,
just vibes and get my BC powder and liquid IV and good stuff.
Since deciding to dust off my entrepreneurial hat, it has been very challenging trying to get my business off the ground. I have no loans and no grants. So every dollar that comes in from my professional job is feeding into my personal company. And it has been challenging. I have had so many things to randomly go wrong. And right now I'm about $12,000 invested into tools, leads, just trying to get things set up for the business. And now I need the checks to start coming in. That's why they always say more money, more problems. But it's like, I ain't Biggie and Puffy, okay? I'm just Alexis Nicole White.
Right.
Stop picking my pocket. Get your hands on my pocket.
Right. No. Well, I'll take the more money out.
Well, anyway, I'm going to let you go, sis. I don't want to tie you up too much longer. I know you got to get up and go to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got to get up early.
All right. Well, call me tomorrow.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Today, I am looking forward to promoting my business on another podcast. It is tailored towards small business owners. Again, just promoting what A&W Consulting can do to help people grow. Years ago, when I originally started my business, I was having the worst time of my life. I had an unexpected job loss and everything else, and things were just really, really hard. And I remember walking to the car one day and I heard the voice of the Lord tell me very clearly, you have one set of eyes and not everybody is going to see your vision. And I have never forgotten that moment because I stood in my tracks and I was like, whoa, like that's deep, And so whenever I find myself trying to overcome adversity and I'm trying to get myself to shake it off and rise up, I also remember everybody's not going to see things the way that I see it. But I got to go and stay the course because I know what I see is something good. Today, I am working on prospecting for A&W Consulting. I am following up on some leads, scheduling some discovery sessions, and trying to find a way to make the dollar circulate. But honestly, I am feeling a little despair and just a little bit frustrated. So now it's time to call my virtual husband. Your dreams come true, and I wonder if you know what